Hello friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to explain episode 7 of the new Thai BL series, Love Like a Bike. Please support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. The story continues. Dinden calmly returned from work. But suddenly he was blocked by debt collectors demanding payment. Startled, Dinden handed them the food Tuan had prepared and immediately ran. They began chasing him. Dinden was surrounded. Their boss was there too. Dinden said he had already paid his debt. But the collector said 3,000 baht wasn't enough. Because Dinden owed 1 million baht. Dinden was shocked. Because he thought it was only 500,000 baht. He didn't realize the interest had piled up. To Dinden, they only targeted poor people. But the lender never forced anyone to borrow. People came to them on their own. Dinden said he wouldn't pay even if he had the money. Hearing that, they taught him a lesson. He was beaten and threatened with a knife. Fortunately, Tuan came and helped him. The loan shark boss mocked Tuan, asking if he wanted to be a hero. They attacked both Tuan and Dinden. Outnumbered, they were badly beaten. At Dinden's house, they treated each other's wounds. Tuan, confused, asked who those people were. Dinden explained they were loan sharks. He added that Tuan shouldn't have gotten involved. But Tuan said Dinden's problems were his too. Considering Dinden was his employee. Dinden then told him how they had deceived his mother. At first, they were kind. But over time the interest rose to 20%. His mother even used their house as collateral. His grandmother's shop had to close because the thugs kept disturbing them. Dinden promised himself he would do anything to save his house. Tuan said he believed he could do it. Dinden held Tuan's hand. When Tuan was about to leave, Dinden stopped him and thanked him. Even though he liked to interfere. Then Dinden kissed him. And they got carried away in the moment. Tuan began to moan. But Dinden reminded him his grandmother was sleeping in the house. They spent time together. The next day, at the clinic, Nabnong was busy when he received a call from his biological mother, Mrs. Lotta. Besides asking how he was, she asked if he had made a decision. It turned out her visit was to ask for help. She wanted Nabnong to help her daughter, Nene. Nabnong remembered visiting her and seeing how loved Nene was. Mrs. Lotta explained that Nene wanted to become a doctor like him. But she suffered from aplastic anemia. And needed a bone marrow transplant from a sibling. If anything happened to Nene, she didn't know how she could live. So she asked for Nabnong's help. Without answering, Nabnong ended the call. Meanwhile at Siloam's house, he shared that he and Nabnong could now touch each other. And Nabnong had asked him to be his lover. Lemon and James were happy to hear it. And wanted to celebrate. Nabnong invited Siloam to dinner. When James invited Lemon, it turned out Lemon was busy with soda. Seeing his friends with their loved ones. James was left alone. But at least he still had games in his life. Nabnong and Siloam walked along the beach. Siloam asked if something was wrong. Nabnong said a little. Siloam comforted him like Nabnong once did. Nabnong then talked about his biological mother. And how she asked him to help his sick sister with a bone marrow transplant. Siloam was shocked. And asked if he would help. Nabnong said he hadn't decided. He always told his patients to follow their hearts. But now he didn't know what he wanted. Or what he should do. Crying, Nabnong said he didn't even know how he should feel. His parents abandoned him when he was born. And now they asked him to save his sister. Siloam held his hand. And said no matter what he decided. He would always be by his side. At Mrs. Palin's shop, 2 employees were dancing in front of their phones. Tuan came and scolded them. Saying he paid them to serve coffee, not dance. They explained it was for the shop. And many people were watching them. But Tuan still told them to stop. Dinden came out with a new cake recipe. And asked Tuan to try it. Tuan said it was good. Luxa, who was taking out the trash, noticed their closeness and teased them. Dinden changed the topic and helped Luxa. Luxa said he saw Dinden feeding Tawan, and asked if he was dating his brother. Dinden denied it loudly, which made Luxa suspicious. Dinden avoided answering, and carried Luxa back inside. At the cafe, Lemon and Soda were happily taking photos. At the hospital, Nene was with her parents. Nabnong arrived with Siloam. Mrs. Lada introduced Nene. Seeing her brother, Nene greeted him, and said he was more handsome than in the photos. Nabnong said she was sweet. Nene asked about Siloam, and Nabnong introduced him as his lover. Nabnong asked how she was. Nene said she was bored and wanted to leave, but her parents didn't allow it. Mrs. Lada encouraged her, saying she would recover soon. Nene said she wanted to go to the beach, play in the water, and build sandcastles, with Nabnong and Siloam joining her. Nabnong agreed, but said she needed treatment first. Nene agreed, and asked about becoming a doctor. She really wanted to be like him. Nabnong smiled. Outside the clinic, Nabnong sat alone. Siloam came and gave him water. Nabnong said he had decided he would help Nene. He had thought about it deeply. Throughout his career, he had helped many patients recover. If he set aside his personal feelings, there was no reason not to help his sister. Siloam was happy and proud of him. That night, while everyone was cleaning the cafe, Dinden was about to go home. Luxa went out to throw trash as usual. Suddenly, a car stopped and kidnapped Luxa. Mrs. Palin panicked when Luxa didn't return. She asked Tawan, who said he had gone to throw trash. They couldn't find him. She tried calling him, but there was no answer. She asked everyone to help search. Meanwhile, Dinden, working as a singer, received a message from the loan shark boss. If he didn't send money soon, they would harm the kidnapped child on video. Luxa was seen crying in the video, telling Dinden not to call the police. The video was shown to Mrs. Palin's family. Sky asked who they were. Crying, Dinden said they were his loan sharks. Tawan asked why they kidnapped Luxa. Dinden said they wanted 1 million baht. They knew he worked at the cafe, so they used Luxa to extort him. Dinden apologized to everyone. Tawan said he was also responsible. Mrs. Palin blamed herself for failing to protect her child. Nabnong calmed everyone, saying this wasn't the time to blame each other. They needed to focus on saving Luxa. They gathered money. Mrs. Palin had 100,000 baht. Sky 300,000. Tawan 150,000. Nabnong 150,000. Still 300,000 short. A new message came, reminding them of the time limit. They began to panic. At the hideout, Luxa kept talking, annoying the boss, who ordered his men to silence him. With less than 10 minutes left, Nabnong, Dinden, and Tawan arrived. Nabnong demanded they release Luxa first. They saw the group was unarmed and outnumbered. As Dinden handed over the money, the boss hit him, and told his men to check it. While distracted, Luxa bit the boss's hand. Tawan, Dinden, and Nabnong fought back. Sky arrived with Madame Amy and the bar hosts. Luxa ran to hug Mrs. Palin. She asked if he was okay. He said she didn't need to worry. Everyone came to save him. Dinden apologized again. Nabnong said it was okay. The problem was solved. Siloam rushed in, worried about Nabnong. Lemon, Soda, and James also arrived. Sky said he was fine. In Nabnong's room, Siloam treated his wounds. Nabnong kept looking at him, and asked if he could hold his hand. Siloam agreed. Nabnong then asked to touch his cheek, and gently caressed it. Siloam kissed him, and they got lost in the kiss. When things became more intense, Siloam suddenly tensed. Nabnong said he could stop if he went too far, but Siloam told him not to stop. They continued, and spent the night together. The next morning, Siloam woke up and gave Nabnong a morning kiss. Nabnong asked if he liked what happened last night. Siloam blushed. Nabnong wanted him to feel happy. Siloam teased him. In the middle of their moment, Yanan, Siloam's ex, suddenly appeared. Seeing him, Nabnong asked when he returned. Yanan said recently, and that he would stay there permanently. Holding Nabnong's hand, Yanan said he realized he couldn't live without him. Seeing Siloam about to leave, Nabnong stopped him, and introduced Yanan as his ex. He also told Yanan that Siloam was his lover. Yanan said Nabnong would wait for him. But Nabnong explained he had waited long enough. Yanan chose to leave before. And he respected that. Now, Nabnong had made his own choice. And hoped Yanan would respect it. Yanan saw them and left. At the hospital, Siloam asked if Nabnong was ready. He said he was. The surgery would take a long time. But everything would be fine. Siloam would stay by his side. So he didn't need to be afraid. Nabnong thanked Siloam for staying with him, and gave him a kiss. That was the explanation of episode 7 of Love Like a Bike. If you enjoyed my video, please like and subscribe. See you again in the next episode.